46 Live.
I'm Nick Mills. I'm one of the executive producers for 46 Live.
The way I got involved with 46 Live was I switched my major originally from business into communications, and I was trying to figure out the ways I could get involved the most and get more experience, kind of catch up from what I missed from my first year. And one of those things was getting on the crew for 46 Live. That's kind of how I got involved.
So for me, I grew up around the Hershey area, so I grew up with hospital with Thon always being a part of my life in some way, shape, or form. So I was trying to look for a way that I could get the most out of Thon and still be involved in it. And I got an email from the EPs at the time, Megan and Andrew, looking for some introductions to them. And knowing that I had previous experience, I applied for a role as a technical producer and got the position. I've been with them ever since. And along with Thon, there's two big student-run organizations and solely student-run organizations coming together to produce one of the biggest events, I could say, of the year. And it's something that people don't really realize, that the students who are running the cameras, the students who are running the broadcast itself, who are in these meetings for weeks and months before the time, talking with all the different assets, with Thon, with Anderson Audio, who's running audio for us, with the BJC, where it's held. It's students from freshman year to senior year, all kinds of different experience levels and different kinds of majors coming together and working together to create an amazing event and an amazing live stream.
Hi, my name is Krista Smith, and I am one of the executive producers of 46 Live.
Krista, it's a pleasure to meet you and be with you over Zoom today. Tell us what you do.
Yeah, we just kind of plan out all the little and big details that goes into the live stream for Thon.
So what are some of the details that go into 46 Live and Thon?
Getting the equipment, learning how to use that ourselves, being able to train all of the general crew members how to use that equipment, and yeah, just making sure to plan out everything that we need leading up to Thon weekend.
What are some of the unique challenges that you have to face this year because of the COVID-19 pandemic?
Usually EPs and then the senior producers are able to meet in person once a week at Carnegie, and unfortunately we weren't able to do that this year. We meet over Zoom, but I wouldn't really say that's the same.
And now maybe looking back at some of your previous Thons, is there any moments or stories that are particularly memorable?
I would say one of my greatest memories with being a part of 46 Live during Thon weekend is when we're in the suite together. It's like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and just being able to dance and have fun while we're during one of our shifts and working. And just being able to be with everyone.
What in particular are you looking forward to this year about Thon?
I think one of the main things that I'm really excited for is that more people are going to be watching through the live stream, and to just be able to see all the hard work that goes into creating it, and just being able to see all the different members that goes into making the live stream for the weekend.
I'm with 46 Live's own Mike Garabini. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we're going to start with some rapid fire questions. So here we go. Okay, what is your position at 46 Live?
My position at 46 Live is technical producer.
How many hours do you plan to be at Thon this year?
Not really sure. Probably less than 46, more than 10.
Fair. How are you prepping for Thon?
Drinking water and eating and sleeping. So pretty much the essentials.
Taking care of yourself. Self-care. Nice. So can you just explain what your job is at 46 Live and just kind of maybe what you your role is in Thon this year, especially considering it's virtual this year?
Yeah, so this year especially, my role is obviously technical producer, so I'll be overseeing a lot of the different technical ends of Thon and assisting wherever needed, like with any problems that may arise and things like that throughout the weekend, on the technical aspect of the stream. So I'll just kind of be working alongside the groups of students that are actually camera opping, TDing, all of that.
Very cool. How does it feel to have your stream being seen all over the world, which is like something that you are helping produce? How does that feel?
Yeah, well, I can't even like say it's my stream. Like, obviously, it's like a lot of hands go into that pot. But it's pretty cool to be a part of the team that's producing that entire stream and making that event visible to the entire world, different countries all around the world. So I can't necessarily say it's my stream, but broader picture, everyone has a hand in it. So it's cool to be a part of that team bringing that to people.
What will life for you personally look like leading up to Thon in order to just like prepare yourself mentally, physically, in your work leading up to Thon? What is that going to look like?
So the week leading up to Thon's just kind of be hectic, a lot of Zoom meetings, that kind of stuff, all leading up to where we actually load into Thon Friday morning. So we'll get there early in the morning, start setting gear up, figuring out camera locations, things like that. So yeah, leading up to Thon, it's just going to kind of be a lot of the normal stuff, like getting schoolwork done, preparing, making sure you get enough sleep, because naturally that weekend's going to be pretty event-packed. So,
what do you think will be unique about Thon 2021, considering it will be virtual?
So Thon 2021 is definitely going to be a unique beast because it's not just taking place from one location. So while we're still physically broadcasting from the Bryce Jordan Center, Thon 2021, like, dancers are going to be in a different location, some performers and some like remote guests could be in different locations all around the world. So we're kind of connecting all those locations to where we're actually going to be broadcasting from, which is the Bryce Jordan Center.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. It sounds like we're actually going to be more connected than ever in some ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm pretty excited to, there's a lot of plans in the works, so I'm excited to bring those plans to life and show everyone out there like how Thon's going to be. So yeah.
It's one big surprise for everybody.
Exactly.
Hi Matt, thanks for being here today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Before we really get into it, can you first tell us about how you heard about Thon and how long you've been involved?
So I've been involved in Thon all 4 years, so since freshman year, this is my senior year. And I became involved down at Abington's campus when I went to their involvement fair as someone who just got into college and didn't really know what he was doing. And someone came over and scared me half to death and said, "Hey, you want to join Thon?" And I half scared said, yeah, sure. And so she brought me over, and so I signed my name and I started going every single week, and I fell in love with it.
And you're involved in 46 Live. Can you talk to us a little bit, like, what drew you to 46 Live and what you're doing within 46 Live now?
So I became a part of 46 Live my junior year when I came up here at the involvement fair. And I really loved cameras. I was a film / telecommunications major, so I really loved the idea of doing that, and I didn't really know how to pursue that in other ways. And so I went there and I found 46 Live, and I asked him, I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And they talked about it. I was like, "Oh, we stream Thon, we work with cameras, we work with the video, everything." I was like, "This is perfect. This is exactly what I would love to do." Two of my favorite things just combining into one with a match made in heaven.
What has changed this year with everything that 46 Live was doing compared to other years? How has the pandemic affected that?
So some of the challenges were just getting everything together. Since you can't meet in person as much, you can't do as many trainings, you can't meet with, the higher ups, or you don't really know what's going on, because we're all going as we can. No one's seen this year before, and so we kind of just go with that. But it's so many different new challenges, and on top of that, with everyone being watching the stream instead of just X amount of people, it's everyone. So it was pretty cool to see that, and I really enjoyed that. So that was a new opportunity to have that, and also I was able to learn about a bunch of new things with cameras and video editing that I didn't know before, and I met a bunch of great people through it. So it was really fun to do that.
I joined 46 Live last year for Fawn 2020 because I was trying to dance, so I knew that I was going to apply to dance through my org, and I wanted to find something I could do while I was dancing as well. And there's a limited number of committees that you can dance on, so I have always been involved in social media. I interned with a lot of social media things, so I joined the social media team last year, and I was able to do a little bit with them while I was dancing, which was super fun. And then this year I also joined the host team in addition to the social media team, and it's been a blast.
I joined 46 Live also in 2020 because I was going abroad spring semester and I wouldn't be here for fun. So I was looking for ways to get involved that wouldn't require me being present for the Fawn weekend event. So I got involved in 46 Live social media and package team, and I was able to work the 5K and the Family Carnival, which were such amazing experiences and really don't get enough emphasis as events leading up to Fun Weekend, because they're such a big part of our fundraising and our time that we get to spend with the families.
One of the challenges from the host team point of view would be like just rehearsing or like trying to kind of practice hosting. So for me, like I said, this was the first year I was on the host team, and I'd never like done any sort of live video before. So it was like very scary to me that I was going to be like during the Fawn Weekend live stream when a lot of people were watching. This was my first time saying anything on live video, but we adapted really well. Our host producer Dana was so good about having meetings and like doing little rehearsal type things during the meetings or practices, where she would say like, okay, your prompt is that the line dance just ended and you're going into like the special performer, and then we would just pair up and kind of practice co-hosting and also practice hosting individually. And it was just a really good way for us to, obviously all on Zoom, still figure out a way to just be ready for the weekend. And same with Darnisha, the social media producer. She was just so good about giving us different ways that we can engage on social media. We would create graphics during the year. We would get videos from like package team or other teams and be able to post them on social media. And it was just a really, I think that 46 Live did a really good job of shifting virtually and being able to still cover all of the elements of Fawn throughout the year.
I think a lot of people forget the fact that Fawn is student run. Everything is done by Penn State students. So 46 Live works very closely with the entertainment committee, and together they are able on a regular year to put together a seamless live stream and coordinate events coming on and off stage, set up and tear down, all on their own. And they do it fantastically well. So this year, there's no one else in the BJC, it's just all of us there, and they were still able to coordinate people conferencing in Zoom and recordings of families, and stitch it together and make it go just smoothly as any other year, even though you've got a lot more content to process ahead this year. So they did a fantastic job. The entertainment committee and 46 Live, all of our executive producers did